When I was about 4, I dared to break the #1 rule at my grandparents' cottage. Do not go out on the dock alone. I couldn't swim yet. If I had fallen in the lake, I might have drowned. That just made me want to do it all the more. One day I got up the courage. I looked around to make sure no one would see me, and I ventured out to the end of the dock. I ran back really quickly. I did not want to get caught. What I did not know was that my uncle had seen me. He had his Super 8 camera, filmed the entire thing. I was busted. Oh, I did not get punished. However, 3 or 4 times every summer, we would watch family movies, and everyone would really enjoy watching me dare to break the rules. I, however, was really embarrassed. It taught me not to dare. It was a long time before I did anything risky again. I did relearn to dare. I dared to study engineering in 1980 when there were virtually no women in the field. I dared to leave a great job after 26 years so I could start my own business. I dared to support women in science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics through volunteer work. And I dared to apply to be a TEDxMcMasterU speaker. And here I am. All of those were risky. I could have failed. That is what made them daring. My daring is not as inspirational, impactful, or courageous as the many examples we have seen throughout history. It was still hard for me. I believe that everyone has a certain capacity for daring, and that you can grow that capacity. By studying these phenomenal stories, I have developed a roadmap that I will share with you to help you to dare. What does it mean to dare? Merriam-Webster defines it as being sufficiently courageous to, I think you need to add it's to do something difficult. You would not be here today if the theme of dare was not of interest to you. What have you dared to do? How did you feel when you dared? How did you feel when you chose not to dare? Please close your eyes for just a moment and think of something that you would like to do, a change you would like to see that you've not yet had the courage to start. It might be something personal like leaving a job, it might be something to help others, it might be really big, or it might be really small, but think of something. Do you have something? Okay. What would it mean for you, your family, the community, if you made that change? And will you dare to do it? I would like to introduce someone who asked herself those questions, Jolene McDonald. Jolene lives in Southern Ontario, Canada, is married with 3 children, and has been the partner in a successful business for many years. One of Jolene's children has a disability. The other 2 have medical and other challenges. All 3 need significant support. Jolene herself suffers from chronic pain. Sometimes it is debilitating. That is an invisible disability. Jolene has her hands full. About 4 years ago, Jolene started to feel that she didn't have purpose anymore in her work, and she knew she needed to make a change. Did Jolene dare to leave a successful business and do something new, to reduce her stress and find purpose again? I'll get back to you on that. I would like to introduce my DARE roadmap. You can use this as a guide when you choose to dare. There are 5 steps. Dare to dream, dare to act, dare to be relentless, dare to embrace the unknown, and dare to empower others. I will also share some of my favorite inspirational quotes to help you on your journey. Step 1, dare to dream. Think about who you want to be and what change you want to see. Dreaming is really important. It defines what you want and why you want it. For Jolene, she knew she needed to make a change. She didn't know what it was until she remembered that way back in 2012, she had had an idea for a business that would help people with disabilities. This was even before she had personal experience with disability. Her dream was to help people with disabilities in 2 ways. First, to create marketing materials, anything you need to interact with, to make sure that they were fully accessible, regardless of your ability. And second, to provide meaningful employment for people with disabilities. That was Jolene's dream. What did you dream about when I asked you to close your eyes? And how do you make that a reality? You may have heard the saying, if you dream it, you can do it. Well, dreaming is easy. A lot of people say, someday when I have time, I will do this amazing thing. Someday when I have time never come unless you choose for them to come today. Without courageous action, dreaming gets you nowhere. Step 2 in the roadmap, dare to act. Develop a plan of action. What do you need to do? How will you do it? And what help might you need on the way? It might be you need to start small by helping someone else with their dream. That still takes daring. You might need to learn a new skill or start your dream really small before you fully jump into it. A plan of action gives you courage to act and helps you move beyond your comfort zone. And can it be risky? Yes, so please evaluate the risk and only take appropriate risk. Jolene's dream was to help people with disabilities. Her action? Yes, she did leave the previous business and started a new company on her own in 2017. It is a marketing company that hires freelancers to create and test marketing materials that are fully accessible. She provides meaningful employment and makes the world easier to navigate. That business is Jolene's action. What do you need to do? What actions do you need to take to move you on your journey? And what is one thing you could do today to get started? Might you face challenges? Yes, you probably will. Step 3 is dare to be relentless. Never give up. Think of the hero or heroine in your favorite book or movie, how they face failure after failure, they keep going, and they ultimately win the day. When I launched my business, I faced numerous challenges. If I wanted to keep doing it, I had to just keep doing it. Try, learn, try something new. You may face naysayers, sometimes the people you most expected to support you. You may need to make sacrifices of time, energy, other accomplishments, or be vulnerable. Decide what you will sacrifice and what you will not. And to be relentless, remember, learn to build your resilience and manage your stress. And always remember why you are doing it. That can help keep you going. When Jolene first launched her business, because of her chronic pain, she was not physically capable of doing much with it. For a couple of years, it stayed small. She had long, hard days and long, sleepless nights, and there were months when she was not sure if she could pay the mortgage. However, Jolene has an unbeatable spirit. She is relentless. She knew she needed to make this difference. She advocated aggressively with her doctors to get her pain under control. She applied for and was accepted into entrepreneurship programs to get the help she needed to grow her business. Does she face other challenges? She freely admits to imposter syndrome and fear of failure from time to time, but she keeps going relentlessly anyway. If she does not, her dream could die. And it is important to her personally. It provides her with employment as well. It is hard for employers to accommodate the unpredictability of chronic pain. This business gives Jolene the flexibility she needs. What can you do to build your resilience, manage your stress, and be relentless? Might the unexpected happen? It probably will. Step 4 is dare to embrace the unknown. You do not know what the future will hold. You cannot know if you will be successful. However, embrace whatever comes your way, learn from it, and adjust your plan accordingly. Jolene does not know if her business will be successful long term. She knows that unless she keeps trying and is prepared to fail, then she will not get an answer to whether it will be successful. She does not see any failure as failure. It is learning. She embraces it and keeps going. How can you learn from the unknown and embrace it on your journey? And as you go along, you may still face challenges. Remember, there are other people out there who are willing to help you. Step 5 on the roadmap, dare to empower others. Bring them into the fold. Have them share the heavy lifting with you. Help them to buy into your dream. Empower them so that they can then go off and deliver their dreams as well. If you do not have time, energy, and money, find people who have time, energy, and money. And they might need to be a shoulder for you to cry on occasionally. Jolene empowers her freelancers to deliver their best work. She empowers her clients to be inclusive beyond just the accessible marketing materials that Jolene and her team create. Who can you enroll in your dream, and will you invite them on your journey? You've accomplished your goal. Yay, congratulations. You've gone through the roadmap. Celebrate. And what do you do now? You go back to step one and you dream a new dream. It can be bigger. You've done this before. It's not as scary the second time. Jolene's bigger dream, she wants her business to be national, at least. She wants to partner with organizations that help people with disabilities, maybe start a scholarship foundation, work with employers to help them hire people with disabilities. She wants to leave a legacy, and I know she will do it. The 5 steps in the roadmap are dare to dream, dare to act, dare to be relentless, dare to embrace the unknown, and dare to empower others. Keep those in mind and think of Jolene's journey and what you want to accomplish as I wrap up with a final short story. A long time ago, there was a small village at the foot of a mountain. The people in the village, they worked hard, they celebrated when times were good, and they supported each other when times were hard. When they had a particularly difficult challenge, they would climb to the top of the mountain and ask the wise woman who lived there for help. She always gave good advice and was much revered by all the villagers, except one, a child. Anyone who has ever known a child or been a child knows that children can sometimes push boundaries and defy authority. This child was sick and tired of hearing how wise the wonderful woman at the top of the mountain was, and she just gets to sit there all day. The child had a plan to capture a small bird, carry it to the top of the mountain and say, "Oh, wise woman, is the bird in my hands dead or alive?" If she said the bird was dead, the child would set it free, and the child would prove the woman wrong. If the wise woman said the bird was alive, the child didn't actually want to kill the bird, but would hold it firmly and it would look dead and prove the woman wrong. Either way, the child would prove the woman wrong, the child would be right, and the child gets to sit at the top of the mountain. The child caught a bird, climbed to the top of the mountain and said, "Oh, wise woman, is the bird in my hands dead or alive?" And she simply said, "It is in your hands." Your life, what you do with it, the choices you make, the decisions you take, are in your hands. They're like that bird. Jolene's life is in her hands. What do you choose to do with your life? Think back to that thing I asked you at the beginning, that thing you might want to do. How would you feel a year from now if you were able to say, "This day when I listened to this talk, I took the first step on my daring journey and I have made it"? Will you choose to be me as a child who was afraid to dare? Or will you be Jolene and jump right in? Will you dare to dream, dare to act, dare to be relentless, dare to embrace the unknown, and dare to empower others? Finally, in the song Ahead by a Century, the Tragically Hip sing, "No dress rehearsal, this is our life." You do not get a dress rehearsal. This is your only life. Do you dare to do that thing? I dare you to dare. Thank you.